Morning. Today is May the 3rd. We are in the Five Bogs area, or we're moving in that direction. We're in Vermont today. It's a lovely day. It is not quite 65 degrees. The bugs are out, but that's par for course for the year. We expected rain, and although it's clouding up again, when I got here, it was all sun on the way up, so I'm going to basically say, screw the weather, man. We'll just see what comes. So I had commented in a previous video about the uncertainties of the Doge-related layoffs, and I don't know if this is indicative, but the road on the way in it's usually a little bumpy on the way in. I found today it's a tad bumpier than normal, so I don't know if that's like a precursor to the future, but it was a little rumpier and bumpier than we had seen before, so we'll see what that becomes. We are here today anyway to have a first look around and see what's going on. There's been signs of hunters, but I think other than the guy that was leaving as I came in, I don't think there's anyone else really potentially in here. I could be wrong, but I haven't seen anyone yet. And we're going to get going, see what we find. That's the plan. So again, first look around, and that usually means no really great agenda. We're just going to see what happens. Thanks. We are officially on the trail. Stopped off to do a little recreational target shooting along the way. Break in a little friend I have along. Kind of get a feel for him. The trail, the conditions, in light of my previous comment about the cuts and all that, are about where we left them. They haven't done anything. And it could just be that it's early yet. It is literally the first week in May, and if you can hear, the rain has started. And I am going to get a little wet today, but that's all right. I either get soaked as is, or I walk all the way back to the car and get the tarp or the poncho, and you're already wet. So at 62, you're not going to freeze to death. It's just going to be wet. And things I had been told about a 38 caliber R is that it kicks a bit, and they weren't wrong. So until my aim gets better, as I out myself, you aim about 2 inches lower and to the right, because it seems to kick to the left and slightly upward. And an old archery trick for aim is to compensate by doing something like that. That's enough on that subject, though. Not everybody here is a Second Amendment type. So I'm not going to delve into politics. Not why I'm here. But I will just offer some passing advice that if you do go down that road, you do need to practice in order to know what you have. There are way too many people out there that are this is kind of the disclaimer speech, that are of the mindset it's a toy, and like, no, it really isn't. You very easily can just fuck up once. The bittersweet reminder of responsibility and things like this are, and I'm deliberately not using certain words because I know other people on YouTube that have been flagged by the algorithm for using certain words. Excuse me. They just think it's a toy. It's like it's not. the one guy, it's probably 2 years ago, but he accounted for the one Vermont-related hunting accident-related fatality. And sadly, it was a Connecticut state trooper who was hunting while he was intoxicated. So you put those things together, that's not good. Looks like the day is going to be more like off and on rain all day, so such it is. Anyway, he's facing manslaughter. So if you do go down this road, don't fuck up. It's a costly mistake. And don't take it lightly. Obey the laws and the safety rules. And the major one, if you're too stupid to know, is always assume it's loaded, even if you know it isn't. It's also the reason why I went with a revolver as opposed to a 9mm. There's a much easier way to know, and that is that it's basically an open cylinder. You move the thing forward, you pop it open, and you look down the holes. If the holes are empty, you're good. If they're not, well, then take the little thing, the rod thing at the end, push it through and empty it out. That way you avoid unfortunate surprises. Enough on that subject. So far, it's quiet. And I'm going through an area that has had activity, so I'm going to take a segment break so I can listen in and do the field-friendly thing, and we'll check back in a bit. Are at a place I have both camped at before and hiked into, and when you can see the river, the little stream there being that thick, you can also tell that the meadow is waterlogged with the off and on rain. That's probably been like that most of the week. And as I've said before, these meadows are basically like big sponges. So, camera, because apparently I forgot once again to check and see if the fucking card was full, which it was, and mid-sentence it kicked on me. So we're going to kind of do an abrupt segue during the video over to this one. And you can obviously tell the difference in the fishbowl to the body cam footage. Anyway, you're covering, the stream is full, so it's a major sponge and the like. With it being off and on rain today, I'm not going to go deeper in because you're going to be up to your knees in water if you go past those initial shrub lines over there. It looks like water. I mean, it looks like grass. Don't be fooled. It's a big sponge. So far, it's been quiet today. The purpose, though, is just to have a look around, get the lay of the land. I've camped here. It's an area that has, in the not-so-distant past, had activity. So far today, not really so much, but I had some thoughts after my initial arrival that if it's going to be as rough going as the road appears getting in and out of here, should the Forestry Service be cut back sufficiently in this neck of the woods? We don't know that yet. I haven't read anything specific, but it's going to be a little more of a pain in the ass to get in, but it might actually be better for squatching conditions because you have less people in and out maybe. Right now it's basically fall, spring hunting season. I've seen a few hunters out and about. The rain's picking up again, so I'm going to cut this segment short. Only because the SD card for this doesn't have a little rubber flap over it, and I don't want to have this one fry on me too. That's annoying when that happens. Anyway, just a quick stop here to check in, and I'm going to keep the nature of the video kind of hit and run, mainly just because the weather is not really playing nice. As you can see, it's picking up, so we're going to segue this one off, and we'll catch you in a little bit. We're back for the wrap up. It's quiet. The weather is literally off and on. It is actually living up to what they predicted. When I first got here, I was skeptical because of the level of sun, but it is living up to it. So we're going to wrap this one up. I'm sorry it's kind of short and to the point, but I was kind of dependent on what the conditions are. They're off and on wetness. And that being said, we are going to keep it short and sweet today. Next week, weather is good, we'll be back and we'll do something with more of a plan. As if it's a little quiet here, we can head north, we can go deeper in. That's going to be dependent on the weather, though. I mean, the rain level. But we can have a deeper look, and we'll take things from there depending on what we find. It is kind of dependent on that. But in the meantime, thanks for watching, and we will catch you on the next one. Bye.